Hello, high flyers, and welcome to the lecture on Introduction to Google Analytics. And this is your instructor, Kehinde Oyeroke Oshoba, on behalf of Toda Digital Academy. And so today we are checking an introduction to Google Analytics. And I have to let you know that Google Analytics is a very important part of our SEO content writing. Google Analytics help us to track website performance and traffic sources. And that means that we need to know exactly where traffic is coming from, the people coming to our websites or to our blog posts, to our blog content. Where exactly are they coming from? Are they coming from paid adverts? Are they coming from search engines like Google? And what exactly is Google telling us about the sources of our traffic? Okay, and then when we come to the next lecture, we'll be talking about the Google Search Console, which will help us to further provide insight into how Google views our sites, our blog posts, and its organic performance. So we start now with the key metrics to focus on for our SEO content writing in Google Analytics. And we're going to, I'll take us to the screen where you would be able to log in and start off, okay? So how do we get here? If you have a Google account, then automatically you are entitled to Google Analytics, but you need a website, so to speak, to be able to, begin to connect Google Analytics to your website, and then you are able to begin to use it. So if you go to your Google Tools, here, you'll see the icon for the Google Analytics when you scroll down. And so this is the icon for the Google Analytics, and you can always click on it to take you, if you have, linked up some of your websites and all that you're doing, maybe a blog post, a blog on sites or a full website, e-commerce website. Yes, as long as you have already linked it up, all it will do is just take you there. And once you get to this screen, you can see all accounts here. I click on all accounts, and every account that you have, maybe every website that you have linked up with Google Analytics will show here, okay? All accounts. And then if you have worked on some recently, okay, it will also show. So this is the one we're working on for this training. And I'm just going to go. I want you to see the initial page before we begin to go on the part that we really need for the content writing. So this, you can see this is the home, report, explore, advertising, and admin. So we can start with the home where we're already there. Okay, so the home basically gives you like a rundown or a summary, okay? A summary of what you are talking about, what the website is also talking about. So you can see here, active users, key events, event count, active users in the last 30 minutes. If you scroll down, you see much more. Okay, you can see this is like a summary of all that the Google Analytics has for you. Okay, you can see here it's talking about traffic acquisition, which is where we're going to from here, the different places that traffic or users are coming from. Then this here will break down the active users per country. You can see here it's showing us users from the United States, from Canada, from India, China, and what have you. Then items purchased. If, for example, you are selling stuff, and then it will also give you some insights and recommendations. Okay, so this is an introduction, and I would not want to go too deep so as not to confuse us. Okay, so this is the home, it's just like a summary. Now we click on report. Click on report. And if you see the report snapshot is just like the home, like the summary. Okay, you see active users, which are the number of users that are actually active on your website, and new users indicates okay, like the name implies, new users that have just, come to know your website and are already engaging on your website, okay? And don't forget that, let me not forget to show you that the reports you're going to be looking at, you can actually fix in the dates, okay? The time frame for the report. So you can check what has been happening in maybe the last 1 month. You can check what has been happening in the last 3 months. You can see, you can customize today, yesterday, this week, last 7 days, and all that, 90 days. So for the sake of this report, we are just looking at December to January, okay? December to January. If we like, we can change it. I'll just click in here. Let's assume I want to change the date from probably December 1. I can just delete it and put a 01. Okay, so December 2024 to January 25, and then I'll click apply. Apply, and once I click on apply, my metrics will change. Okay, so you can see that between December 1, 2024, for this website, and January 25, we had 109,000 active users, and we had 103,000 new users. This is the report snapshot. Don't forget where we are coming from. Home is where we checked first. Now reports, and under reports, we are looking at the report snapshot, which is like the summary, like I said earlier. So for this site, quickly, you would see the active users, the new users, and then you can see average engagement time per active user. So for every user that comes into this website, okay, how long are they staying? That's very crucial, because the longer they stay, the more we know that they are finding the content very useful. It resonates with them. And this is a good timing. They're spending at least 1 minute, 28 seconds as an average engagement time per user, which is good. It can only get better than that. This can also show us the active users in the last 30 minutes on your site. So here you'll see that there were 32 active users in the last 30 minutes, and it will even show you the top countries, okay? All right, we're still on the report snapshot. And so you can see here, where do your new users come from? It shows you here direct traffic, which is those that come directly to your website. Maybe they have the address, they typed it in, and all of that. They saw it somewhere and they just came straight to your site. Organic search are those who actually are searching for something through Google, and then your site pops up. This is our interest in this lecture, because we are working with content, blog posts, and our major reason is because we want to use the content to attract people to our website. Okay, we want to use the content that we're writing, the blog posts that we're writing to attract people to the website. So when people search on the search engines, our content pops up. Okay, that's the place where the keywords are coming in useful. You remember during our basic training, we did a lot about keywords and keyword research. And we understood that we have to write content in line with what people are looking for, what people are searching for. And then if you want to begin to check whether your contents are working, the keywords are actually ranking, this Google Analytics and Google Search Console will help you to do that. So when we come to organic search, this is what we are talking about. Cross-network is like, paid adverts all over, maybe YouTube and so many other platforms. Then referral, okay, you already have an idea of what the referral is. Paid search, email, these are ideas of how people come into our blog or our website or our content, okay? So we're just looking at the snapshot. What are your top campaigns? Okay, so if you have a campaign running, like maybe Google Ad and all of that, you will see here. Active users by country, you see there also. How are active users trending? That's how you know their activity over time. We'll come to all of that. I'm just showing you around the Google Analytics dashboard. How well do you retain your users? Okay, users that come in, do they stay up until week 1, week 2, and all of that? Which pages and screens get the most views? This is also one of the very important metrics that we're going to look at very soon. What are your top events? Page views, view item list, and all that. What are your top performing key events? You see it here, maybe it's an e-commerce site, for example. You see add to cart is one of the top performing events, view item, purchase. What are your top selling products? You would also see it here. Google Analytics will line it up for you to see at a snap, at a glance in the reports snapshot, okay? So where does your average 120-day value come from? And so that's just an idea of this report snapshots, okay? We're going to, for the sake of time and not to go too deep, we're going to take on the first important part of this Google Analytics introduction. And so I'm going to click on acquisition. And we click on that. We want to check on the traffic acquisition. We want to see a breakdown of how traffic came into our website. So I'll click on that now. Okay. So it says traffic acquisition, session primary channel group. This is a graphical illustration of where our traffic is coming from. And you can see the different traffic. This is the total of all the traffic here. If you click on it, it will show you total. You can see there in the blue dotted line. Then the direct, you can see it there also. Organic search, unassigned, referral, cross network. So I'm just going to scroll down so that you can see it. All right. So you can see the direct traffic. So all this is like the session medium. It shows us which of the, channel our report is coming from, just like we saw earlier. But now we want to look at it critically. So we can see here, this is the direct traffic. So if you click on it, or well, you don't need to click on it, just run your mouse on it to be able to see your metrics here. And then if you look up here, you'll see the different metrics that are very, very important. I'll run them one after the other so that you can understand this metrics. You see sessions, engaged sessions, engagement rate, average engagement time per session, events per session, event counts, key events, and all of that. For each of these medium, which is the direct, it will show us a breakdown of all of these metrics. We are particularly concerned with the organic search, but we have to, first of all, have an overview of all of the different mediums that our traffic is coming from, and we must be able to check where do we have the highest traffic coming into the site or into the blog or into the article. So that's why all of them are enumerated here. Okay, so direct, we can see direct is bringing in most of the sessions, most of the users are coming in through the direct traffic, followed by the organic search, which is our major concern. We want to see what our content is doing. We want to see how users are finding our content through the search engines. Don't forget, that's what the organic search is about. But we have to first of all have an overview of all the different platforms where the traffic is coming from and know which is doing better, which needs improvement, depending on what we are working on. So don't forget, we're working on a blog post, it's SEO content writing. So we want to see that organic search is doing well. And of course, you can see from here, the direct is number one, which is good enough. We're going to see the other metrics. And then the organic search is number two, which is still fine with what we're trying to achieve. Okay? And all these other ones will depend on what we are trying to do. Maybe you are doing a paid advert, you want to know how the paid search is doing. And then the organic social is content or traffic that is coming in from our social media platform, which is equally very important to look at. Okay? So I'll come back here. Let me quickly take us to some of the things we need to take cognizance of. Okay, the total organic traffic is the number of visitors from search engines, and the session metrics will help us to evaluate the page content. Okay, so let's see some of the things we need to take charge of. Okay, we talked about this. So the session primary channel group breaks down the traffic into categories. We have the direct, which are visitors who access your site directly, type in the URL. Organic search are visitors from search engines like Google or Bing. Referral are traffic from other websites linking to your site. And then other categories like I showed us from the dashboard. Now, I want to understand the different metrics. So sessions, what are sessions? The total number of individual visits from each channel. So I'll take you there now. You'll see it again. Sessions, the total number of individuals from each channel. That's what the sessions mean. So you need to understand that. So from the direct channel, we have 90,000 individuals that came in through the direct channel. Organic search, you have 37,000 individuals that came in from the organic search, unassigned, referral, cross-network email. So now you understand organic social, these sessions and the number of individuals that came in through all of these platforms. Okay. Now, engaged session are the number of sessions where users engaged meaningfully. Okay, sessions where they spent time or interacted with your site. So if you, with that in mind, number of sessions where users, engage meaningfully, where they spend time. So that's the meaning of engaged sessions. Okay, so direct, we have 47, okay, users engaged meaningfully. Okay, under the direct, though we had individuals that came in 90,000, but those who actually spent time, did something on the website are 47,000. You can see the same for organic search, engaged sessions at 26,000, and so on for all the other sessions. Now, engagement rates. Let's go back. I hope that I'm helping us to understand that. We already know that the sessions are the number of total number of individual visits from each channel. The engaged sessions are the number of sessions where users engage meaningfully. Now, the engagement rate is the percentage of sessions classified as engaged. So it is a percentage rate of the engaged session. I hope you're getting that. That's the engagement rate, the percentage of the engaged sessions. So you can see that there is also showing you the percentage rate here. So we can see for this, it's 52%. For the organic search, it's 69. For the unassigned, is 8.5. Excuse me. So this is the percentage of the engaged session. I hope that you are understanding this metrics, okay? Now let's see the average engagement time per session. The average engagement time per session is the average amount of time that users stayed engaged on your site per session. For each of the sessions that they come in, what time did they spend? What time did this user spend? Okay, so I hope that's clear. So let's see for direct, the average engagement time per session is 51 seconds. For organic search, the average engagement time that each person that came in spends, the average is 1 minute and 3 seconds, and so on and so forth. Okay, now let's go to the next metric, which is events per session. Events per session is the average number of events triggered during a session. So right now, I am on this site. What are the different things I did? A click, I submitted a form, maybe I bought something and all of that. Those are what are being referred to as the events per session, okay? And then we also see the event count. You count the total events that is recorded, and then the key events are the exact events themselves, okay? So I needed to take time to explain all of this to you. So because all of this is a pointer, some of the things that you would be, working on, because this analytics is to help us to know what to improve on, what to continue to do with our website, our blogs, our content, and all of that, okay? So this first phase is actually checking on how the traffic came in, how much they did while they came in, and what is working and what is not working. And like I said, we are concentrating on the organic search, but we just have to, since it's not number one, for example, we have to see what else is doing well. For example, you go to the paid, the organic social, and you discover that the engagement rate is even higher than the organic search, okay? Or what else? Looking at the organic social, don't forget the organic social is traffic coming in from the social medias. Okay, now you can also see that the average engagement time per session is 1 minute 39 seconds, which is even higher than the organic search. So this is a pointer that there is good traffic coming in from the organic social, though the sessions are not as high as the organic search or the direct search, but this engagement rate is a pointer that when they actually come in from the social medias, they take their time, okay? They actually take their time to engage on the site, and that's good. That's good for SEO, okay? Then the average engagement time per session is higher than that of the organic search. That is also good. So we have good traffic coming in from the organic social, even though the sessions from the organic and the direct are higher, but the engagement rate is higher from the organic social than the direct and the organic search. The time they are spending is higher, okay? The organic social spending more time than the organic search and the direct, traffic coming into the site. All right, we're still looking at some things that we need to focus on. So bear in mind that we are on the acquisition channel and we're looking at traffic acquisition. Okay, let's go back to our notes so that we are able to cover as much as possible. So how do we use this report? Okay, so you identify the top performing channels, just like we have seen. You look at the channels with the highest sessions and the highest engagement rates to determine where most traffic comes from. And we already found out that the traffic is coming in more from the direct platform and the organic search platform, okay? So we also compare engagement levels. We analyze the engagement rates and the average engagement time per session to see which channels bring in the most engaged users, which is what we have also done, okay? And then if you are doing conversions like paid adverts and all of that, you would also find the events per session and key events very, very important. But for the sake of our SEO content writing, we are not talking much about these conversions, okay? And if you see channels that are underperforming, supposing our organic search channel is underperforming, then we would need to see what to do about that. So channels with low engagement or session rates may need attention in marketing efforts or site optimization. Okay, what that means is that, for example, all these others that have low sessions, low engagements, and low engagement time and all of that will need to be beefed up depending on the goal for that website. But for the sake of this report, our organic search is not doing too bad. We can keep improving them with our keywords. By the time we get to the Google Search Console, we'll talk more about that, okay? And then we can keep, doing stuff on our website that will keep people coming in, because organic search means that people are searching and they are getting to our sites from the Google search or from the Bing search. They are coming in, and when they come in, they are actually spending time. We can keep improving that by increasing what we're doing, increasing our keywords research and UI UX, meaning the way people navigate, or we would just keep improving on what is already working, okay? I hope we are able to get that, okay? So you can see comparing engagement levels. We have seen the numbers, okay? And for sake of our, you can see here organic social, referral, have standout engagement rates, indicating that these channels drive highly interested audiences. This suggests that efforts in social media campaigns and partnership referrals are performing well. which I mentioned earlier. Okay, so what other thing do we have to take advantage of? Seeing the top engaged channels, referral traffic, yes. Okay, the key event. All right, so let's round up this channel. I mean, this short lecture, because when you now look at all of those traffic coming in, what can we do? How can we improve what is on ground? That's what the optimization opportunities tell us, okay? So we already know that the direct traffic is having the highest. So while this channel drives the most sessions, the engagement rates and average session times are relatively low. You saw that. Let me show you again. This is the direct. The engagement sessions, okay, is 47. The average engagement time is 51 seconds, which is lower than, you can see, organic search is 1 minute, referral 1 minute, cross network. But that which is for direct is low. The engagement rate is lower than the organic search, it's lower than referral, it's lower than cross network. So that's what we're talking about. Though it has the highest number of sessions, the engagement rate is lower. The average engagement time per session is lower than the other channels. Okay, I hope you understand that. So the engagement rate and average session are relatively low. And this could mean that the home page or landing pages need optimization for clarity and relevance. Clarity meaning maybe what people are searching for is not what they eventually see when they get to the site, or what you are talking about is not what they were really looking for. So we can optimize the landing page, SEO optimization. It could be, maybe we'll talk about the meta description, the alt text, the pages. We'll talk about the keywords. We optimize with the keywords. That's what this is talking about. It says the home page or landing page. This is on-page SEO here, okay? The home page or landing pages need optimization for clarity and relevance. And it could be the same too with our blogs and our articles, okay? Which we'll talk more in the Google Search Console. But when you see that the engagement rate is not as high as it should be, and the average session time is low, most of the time we have to work on the on page. Maybe for our blog, we'll optimize that page with the keyword, okay? So for clarity and relevance, so that what people are actually looking for is what they find on our site. Okay, direct users might not find what they are looking for immediately, which may lead to bounce rates. Okay, bounce rate is the rate at which people leave the site. Immediately they come in when they don't see what they are looking for. So this is what to do to work on the direct traffic that is not having enough engagement time. Okay, let's look at the organic search, which is our main focus. Because with strong engagement and relatively high session, SEO efforts are likely working. They are doing well. So to further optimize, that means to get more results, even higher than what we are getting, we can review the top performing search queries and pages. We'll do that in the Google Search Console, and then we can focus on improving underperforming keywords to drive even more targeted traffic. Okay, so that is the first part. All of these are just opportunities for the different channels, okay, the different channels. All right, so I'm going to stop here for now. And in the next lecture, we'll be talking about identifying top performing pages. That will be our part 2, okay, identifying top performing pages. Thank you once again, and this is your instructor, Kehinde Oyerunke Oshoba.